Hi everybody, this is Mark Boardman. I'm just updating you on yesterday's trading room. So it's now Wednesday the 20, sorry it's not, it's Thursday the 23rd of August. Yesterday's trading room was Wednesday the 22nd of August. The last video I showed you, I left you with a couple of trades that I'd had on the 21st actually that I'd left in. I just wanted to show you how they mapped out here. This was an Australian dollar, where you can see the yellow trend line coming down versus the Japanese yen. Okay, that was around about 20 pips profit there. I'll give you a summary in a moment, but that was around about 20 pip profit move based on the 15-minute chart there. So we had the red volume here, where you can see my arrow hovering, the red heat map, and the red trend dots. There's something else that we have that creates this signal here, which I'll talk to you a bit again about shortly, but that was around about 20-ish pips profit there on the 15-minute chart. Whilst I record these videos, by the way, sometimes we get a little pause in the software, so please bear with me. The other one that I left you with in the last video was the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. The entry was here, if you can see where my arrow is hovering. Okay, green heat map, green volume, green trend dot, entry. Exit was over here. I'll give you the exact prices of entry and exit shortly. Okay, again circa roughly 20 pips profit there. In the trading room yesterday, I looked at 3 trades. One was a very short-term scalping trade. That was the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. If you can see this ellipse sort of shape here. Now, with this being a 1-minute chart, although the entry, I got the entry round about here, and the indicators, we got the signal, which I'll show you shortly. The signal to sort of decide which currency pair you're going to trade is not what you're looking at now. This is the volume price analysis software that does some magic. It's the only software, as far as I know, that you can get your hands on that gives you forex volume, accurate forex volume. It takes the tick data from your broker and it changes that into a bar, which tells you that not just how much volume there is, but whether it's buying or selling, which is absolutely key. If you want to make money in FX, you need to know if the institutions out there, and bear in mind that there's $2 trillion being traded every day on forex, and you need to be on the right side of the market with the buyers or the sellers. So this here tells us that the sellers are coming in. Now, at any moment, the buyers can then start to dominate. So this software has a very clever way of getting you out of trades that are not going to sustain. And this is what happened here. If you can see, the market started to pull back and I exited here. I'll show the exact exit prices, entry and exit prices for all these trades shortly. So that was the scalp trade that I discussed. There was another trade on the US dollar which versus the Canadian dollar, which was a 5-minute trade, and that one was a break-even trade. And then there was the cable, which is the pound versus the US dollar. That was on the 15-minute chart, so I'm just going to wait for the software to move to the pound versus the US dollar. Starting next week, here we are. Starting next week, this will be a lot faster because I'm changing quite a few things. It's nothing to do with the software I use. It's to do with a combination of the laptop I'm on and the recording software that I'm using. Anyway, at this point here, we've got a signal to go short here. Can you see? Then we had an exit here. Sorry, here. Yes. So this was a loss-making trade, which of course you have to have in trading. And as I think I said on yesterday's video, we don't live in Fantasyland. Fantasyland is where you get all your trades are profitable, and that's not the real world. So this one was a loss-making trade. Okay, the US CAD was the dollar CAD was a 5-minute trade. I'm not sure if this will change fast enough for me to show you that one, but I'll see. Just give me a second, because that was the other trade that was in the 15-minute chart. The 5-minute one, I'll just click on that, and while that's doing that, I'll just show you this. As of now, I'm going to be creating this for you so that you can see this in all my videos. These are basically, I'm going to start sort of as of this week, if you like. I'm going to tell you what the date is of the trade, what strategy I'm using, and if you come into my live trading rooms, you'll understand the difference between Stork and S&F, the pair, whether it's short or long, the fat man that I use to get the signal, whether that's an hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, 4 hour here. That then transposes to which chart we're looking at here, 15 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. The entry price, the time in my time, because I'm in the UK, when I exit, what time the price I exit at, the time I exit, and positive, negative pips, and then a comment at the end. And you'll see what those comments mean when we come on to the next two trades in a moment. So as you can see here, the that scalp trade turned out to be a break-even trade. Okay, the US CAD was more or less break-even. I think really within sort of 3 pips, as far as I'm concerned. Then they're neither here nor there. These 3 pips, 0, 3, -2, are not that significant. In real terms, in terms of what your account will look like at the end. So based on this week so far, Tuesday and Wednesday, we're up 23 pips, so that's the net profit so far. If I go back now to software, in fact, let me see what time that US CAD was. That US CAD was again more or less break-even trade. It was on a 15-minute chart, entered at 15.16. At 99933, so 15.15, so that'll be 10.16, and here, because this software is in New York time, so we want the 5-minute chart. 10.16, where are we? Need to move forward now. 22nd, 10.16. We'll get there. Here it is. Can you see where my arrow is? So that was a small 3 pip loss. Got the signal to enter here, and the system got us out of the trade quite quickly. And the key to making profit with Forex is unfortunately it's what kills most Forex traders, is you don't stay in the trend long enough. You're always going to have negative trades. It's a fact of life, and you can protect those negative trades by putting stop losses in and so on. Where, in my experience, and I've been trading now for 7.5 years, where traders unfortunately don't make it is that they don't stay in the bigger trends long enough. So I call this system the FX trend capture, and I more often than not get in trends early and stay in them for longer periods of time. I'll show you loosely how it works. You'll have seen this in the other videos if you've watched them, but we have an indicator called the Fat Man, which is bear with me, when you see that blue circle, here we go, I'll just try and change that here, and this is an indicator that tells us whether a currency is relative to all the other currencies very strong or very weak. If it's very weak, you can see the line here at the bottom, and if it's very strong, you can see the line here at the top. Now what's unique about the Forex market compared to any other market is that currencies cannot stay weak for long or cannot be strong for very long, and the reason for that is that they're all basically in a battle with each other. You don't suddenly get a massive rise in a currency price relative to all the other currencies. It can't happen. The economies of each of the countries will not allow that. The banks, if you like, the governments and the banks won't allow that to happen. So there's this battle, and I like to call these lines this sort of the elastic band of the currencies, and it tends to snap back when it gets either too strong or too weak, and that doesn't matter what time frame you're in at all. So whether we're looking at a 1 hour, a 4 hour, a daily, a weekly, or even a 5-minute indicator, we can look at which currency is strong in that period of time. So that's the Fat Man, and the way we get the signals and the trades that I've just talked you through, each of those trades was based on my own strategy which is called the FX Trend Catcher. I christen that. It's nothing, it's just the way I trade. No one taught me how to do it. I just sort of created it myself. And what I do is I wait for these lines to hit the ceiling or the floor. Why? Because every time I do, they almost always snap back. Occasionally they don't snap back. If you see this yellow line here, that didn't really snap back very fast. And that's where you'll get trades that don't work out. But more times than half the time, so more than half the time, they do snap back. Okay, snap back, snap back, snap back, and snap back. Now, the trick is just to stalk this colour against the others. And then when you see that turning, you then look at the other currencies that are rising, okay, in the opposite direction, and that gets you early into the new trend. Okay, that's basically it. So if you come into my live trading room, you'll be able to see how I do it for real, for live, and you can register for the live trading room by going to, I've got a site which I'm just going to put up on here. It's only in development at the moment, but if we go to the home page here, if you go to my website, which is hawkeyemt4.com, if you haven't already registered, you can register for my free live trading rooms on this page here. It'll come up in a moment. This website will be fully functional in the not too distant future. There's a short video of me talking there, and when it loads, what you'll see here to the right is a box to put your name and email address in here. If you put that in there, you'll get a thank you for registering notice, and then you'll then get an email from me telling you of the next trading rooms. I run 4 a week. I do 2 p.m. UK time, so that's 9 o'clock New York time, 9 a.m. New York time on a Tuesday, Wednesday and a Thursday, and then I do either a 9 a.m. or a 10 a.m. on UK time on a Friday morning. Okay, so trust me, eventually this box here to the right does load. Like I say, the website's currently in development, but it's functional in terms of joining the trading room. So this box will appear when you go on to hawkeyemt4.com. If you do that, I'll then be able to show you for real, for live, and give you a hell of a lot more background as to how this system works and why it works. Okay, so I'll see you guys, some of you anyway, in today's room, which won't be long from now, in a couple of hours, and I'll do another video which will go through the trades that I'm going to be placing today. Thanks for listening.